Alright. Bear with me, guys. I gave myself all of like 10 minutes to set this up, and I did not. So I'm just going to be setting up and talking in the background, so don't mind me. Say hello to everyone as they jump in and want to chat. Tonight, this is like a voiceover effect for everyone. Tonight I am just going to be wrapping it out as I did last week. I didn't go live on Friday like I wanted to. It was raining, and unfortunately I have a drip that like drips right down where my shoulder is, so things will be changed in the future, and hopefully I'll seal up my roof a little bit. So alright. Boom. Alright, we need some more weight on that. Hope everyone is doing well. Once again, if you're joining in, appreciate you joining me for a nice chin wag. Somewhere around there. Don't mind my sheets in the background. They are drying. Oh, howdy, howdy. Whoever has jumped in, hit me up with a message, comment, and I'll say good day. Hey, one like what? One person watching. Gotta love those numbers. Where are we? Got to set all this up. I know. I should do this beforehand, but to be honest, I didn't. So, you know, get what you get. Don't get upset, alright, guys? How's everyone's week been? Hope you've all been well. I will definitely be setting up. Hey, Marco, GT5, how's it going? Watch out. Out. Good boy. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Right, we got any more comments today? I forgot to set up my other phone as well, so guess what? I'm going to be zooming in and touching the screen a lot tonight, so I hope you are all well. It is Reps with the Reacher, so got any questions, want to just chinwag with me, feel free to jump in and go for gold. Let's get a little bit more weight on here, guys. Forgive me for going in and out of screen. Just when I'm doing a double-handed cup, I need a little bit more weight than for everything else, really. But you know how it is. Gotta get the wraps in right and get it all done. Alrighty, that should be a good start to everything. Get my nice big band, and for tonight. See how we go with that too. Alright. Howdy everyone. Howdy. I will just check for comments. Oop. Who's that? Mamma Mia. Oh, that feels better. There we go. Alright. Boom. Someone's smoke alarm's going off in the neighbourhood. Can't see any fire, so we must be doing something right. Probably someone just cooking bad food and burning it, so. But how is everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. Got any questions? Just want to chat? Got a topic that you'd like me to talk about? Send it in. Josh Parker, thanks for jumping in again, dude. I challenge you to a super match. Which arm, Josh? If you can come up here, happily. You're more than welcome to come up. Gotta try this one. Arm wrestling theory. What time is it here? It is just after 8 o'clock. I was meant to go live right on 8, but I don't know how to do the set setting up the video and then going live from that same setup. So I just created another one, and here I am. But I do appreciate everyone being here and joining me. We got 7 people in the thread at the moment. Oh, thanks, Arm Wrestling Siri. Glad that you've joined me here. Yeah, have you got any theoretical questions that you want me to answer? What weight is considered an elite cup wrist curl in your opinion? And what's your preferred exercise to train wrists? So I do love this one, but I also have a lovely large cone-shaped handle that I absolutely adore. Mamma mia! This one, you might not be able to tell that's not much of a cone, but it is a very large handle. I have quite a large hand, and that for me feels like when I'm holding someone in when they're trying to top roll me, just feels like they're pulling right into my fingers at the same time. Yeah, definitely love how to do it. So, yeah, love that handle. It's probably my favourite one for training cup. Yeah. Can you show me how to train with cone puller? Yeah, no, just like that. I prefer, I do have a smaller one of this one, so this is my cone handle. I do prefer my smaller one. It's got more of a taper. What I do with that one though is I put my super fat grip over it, and it really accentuates the cone shape. And then what I do is I bridge my fingers. So what that means is when I've got my index finger closest to the handle, I'll bridge my fingers up and make it really isolate the index finger and middle finger. And then when I swap it around and I have my pinky finger closest to the handle, I'll bridge the other way and really focus on curling in with my pinky. And I'll do my reps that way all the time on that cone handle, except for when I'm just trying to do cup in general on one arm. Tonight I'm just on my flat dual handle beautiful roller, yeah, join me on another night and I'm sure you'll see my cone puller. And I'm gonna get my other one back soon, and away we will go, and I'll show you how to use that one too. Do I train heavy when I'm training wrists? Very rarely. So right now I have 15, what's that? 15, 25, 30, about 35 kilos on. And that's quite light for 2 hands. Really about the control. So if you look at my left hand here, I'm going all the way out till my fingers feel like they're about to let loose, and then I'm bringing it all the way in to a full cup. I'll let it out. I try and do this nice and slow. I never feel like I get a really fast cup in, but I'll really bring it in nice and slow and nice and slow out. That for me represents how I would win something in a standstill match. So when someone's trying to top roll me, I'm slowly cupping them in and then dragging back and all that kind of stuff. So you can't just snap your wrist in when someone's trying to pronate already through your hand. The cone one with a soft strap. Not too sure what you mean there, sorry, Arm Wrestling Theory. I'd probably have to see a photo of it, or know which handle is exactly you're talking about. Not a joke question. Do you have strong bicep size? Doesn't always mean strength. Of course. As you can see, strong. Massive bicep, guys. Massive bicep. Lovely forearm, but massive bicep. Always massive biceps, guys. Bam. Big biceps win all the time. you know, the funny thing is, when I first started arm wrestling that first year, I had this goal. It sounds quite pathetic now, but I remember it quite well. I had the goal in my first 2 years of arm wrestling to get a 12-inch bicep. That gives you a good indication of how skinny I was when I started. I think when I started, I had like maybe an 11, maybe a 10.5-inch bicep, like fully flexed. So, yeah, that was like, oh, I just want to see those gains and you know, improve. And yeah, that was a very simple goal that I tried to start out with. So, yeah. So when's the super match, Josh? When are you coming up? Huh? Did I miss that comment? Let's see if I did. Just gonna scroll up a little bit. The weight for sorry, Mamma Mia, I must have missed that one. I forgot to answer the weight. Weight, that's a hard one. Depends on the size of the puller always. More than likely what you're going to want is somewhere around single-handed 45 kilos, I'd say, would be mine. But yeah. On the thing now, for 2 hands, I've got 35. And that's single pulley. So, yeah. Well, I found my handles just swinging in and out of view. Yeah, a little bit of a break and I'll be good to go again. Just got a really, when I do this one, I get a really nice pump right in here. I probably don't do it enough with the dual handle. I usually use the single. I used it a lot before going over to arm wars as well, because I was focusing on my right arm and was also focusing on my center table strength and trying to make sure that from the center of the table I could control where I wanted to go, because I've always had a bad issue of letting people take me out of my shoulder and then having to gain it back. But I wanted to make sure that I could stay within my shoulder and control that kind of spot. So yeah, not the set. Yeehaw. Right, here we go. Anything big happen in the world of arm wrestling whilst I haven't been paying attention? Do I smash cones when I train? No. I do not smoke at all. So, yeah. I smash the cone handle, and that's about as far as I go. Ice cream cone, not great. If you have one too many, it's might come back up if you're doing a decent training session. So, yeah. I'll come up to the conditioners, come inside with me. Sure. Why not? We're not starting there. We're not starting in a hook, but I will hook. As in, I won't do a gentleman's agreement start in hook, because I think somewhere or another someone gets the advantage more than the other person. But from a flat wrist position to go into a hook, yeah, sure, why not? Let me know when. More than happy to. No one calls me up for super matches anymore, so I'll take it. Except for Andy Lee. Andy, I love you, but I don't want to arm wrestle you. You're my boogeyman. Too scared. On the fingertips, guys. Urgh. Feel the burn. Yeah. Oh, that was a good burn, guys. Good burn. Look at that. Getting a meat bag already. Jeez. Getting the pump in. Now there is a crime going on at the moment, guys. I have 10 people watching and only 5 likes. That's only 50%. I need some more. Really appreciate some more. Um, if biceps were a big factor in arm wrestling, Larry would be the king. Doubt it. There's a lot of guys with decent biceps in the sport, especially pound for pound wise. Oh, sorry, Josh, I just saw that comment. I'm keen to arm wrestle anyone, win or lose. Best training. Yeah, absolutely. Practice what you preach, right? If you want to get better at comp, well, jump in and do better. I really appreciate the jump up in likes there, guys. Straight to 9 likes. I really, really do appreciate it. As you can appreciate, I am a small channel. I am just starting out, so I think YouTube likes it when people like the video. So yeah, it only helps me out more. And hopefully, in time, more people will jump in and join us for a good old chat, and you guys can start chatting in the comment thread, and I'll set myself up with a phone or a tablet more often. Last week I had one because I knew it was going to be necessary, but I forgot about it this week, and anyway, so. Oh. I love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, we get to use this lovely thing. This is one of my favourite things. What do I do with it? Well, that's the question, isn't it? This is what I do with it. I go for a nice swing back over the landing and see if I can fly. So, staying nice and tight, trying to keep that angle as tight as possible. And swing, batter. Away we go. Whoop. I think it's intermediate. Dallas is clearly smart enough on the table to get what he wants a lot of the time, but I don't feel like he took anything from me that I didn't want him to have. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but as far as I know, I got what I wanted pretty much most of the time. I just wasn't prepared for what he had in that first round, and Stoica was exactly the same. Dallas brought fire to both of us in round 1, and yeah, from there on, we found where we wanted to go, and away we went. So, yeah. Just let you know, there is a gap there. Were you the same weight as Bogdan and Langston? Yeah, so we didn't end up having a set of scales. Neil forgot to pack them, but everyone went in with the agreement that would be 93 kilos, and to the best of my knowledge, I was there, and to the best of my knowledge, they were there. Bogdan definitely looked a little bit skinnier on day 1 than he did on day 2 and 3 and 4, but I think that's just because he didn't have breakfast. So, yeah. And that just, goes to show that Bogdan you know, he's a built man, and so is Langston. So, and I'm not built like a brick shit house. I am built like a concrete power pole. You can see me one way, can't see me the other. It's just the way it works. So now that I warmed up, a couple of reps just on the, I just went over my whole forearm, and I'm doing it on pronation. So, yeah. I see that a couple more people jumped in. Don't know if that's new or the people that were already there. Hang on 1 second, guys. Just gotta give my daughter a kiss goodnight. Hey, sweetie. Want a cuddle?
Yeah.
Kiss.
I didn't give you a cuddle.
Good night, sweetie. Have a good night's sleep.
Me too.
Sorry, guys. Still gotta be a parent, right? Just look up cone puller. Arm wrestling is awesome, but I don't know if I should pronate with it or just train cup. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely doesn't sound like something I've seen before. So might have to look it up myself. I know of the wrist ball and stuff like that. Is it anything similar to that, or am I way off the mark? Hey, we got more likes. I like it. Thank you very much. I'll take what I can get, guys. Woo! Alright. Alright. When that hits 22:10, I'm going to lean back and hopefully stay there for 30 seconds. Oh. Oh, nice. 35. I'll take it. Oh, that was a big one, guys. That means I need another like. Just for that 30 seconds. That was a lot. Do you train bicep? If so, is it mainly partial reps or full range of motion? That's my bicep training. No, I do some. I'll do reverse curls, so straight up like that, mainly just for the extensors and stuff like that. And every now and then I'll do kettlebell hammer curls. So I'll grab the kettlebells from the top, keep them flat out, and do my hammer curls that way. Really good wrist riser training. What else have I done? I do close hand hammer curls a little bit. I've got a nice easy curl bar that I will jump on every now and then. Other than that, not really. Not something that I aim to do. I much prefer learning to stay tight on the table like you just saw with the band. I've got another one coming up in 2 seconds, so bear with me. My timing's getting immaculate, guys. 33 seconds, I love it. Hey, Stista is back. Yeah, glad you like the kettlebells as well. Hey, cheers for the like, whoever just bumped that one in. Really appreciate it. Look, we're getting a massive pump there, guys. It's amazing. Alright. Guess I should train left as well. Left. It doesn't do so well, but we'll trial it. Yeah. I think I've got to wrap this around one more time. Just because of the way that I'm leaning, I'm about to lean onto the doghouse, so may not get quite as much range of motion out of that band, but good enough. A couple of warm-up ones and then we'll jump into it. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Cheers. Appreciate it. Yeah, apparently YouTube likes the likes, so hey, I'll jump on there and ask for them. And apparently, you know, if it helps me get more followers and helps you guys get more content, because I'm motivated to do more, then I just appreciate you guys for coming in and joining me. Like, I'm not doing much, but more than happy to do a training session with whoever wants to join in, and more than happy to chat as well. So if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to join me every time I do one, and we can chin wag together. So yeah. Oh, cheated on that one. I turned in. Burning question. What's that? My burning question is HJs or Maccas, by the way. Good to see you. You're real good on camera. Oh, that is such a good question. At the moment, neither. I had a big phase where, unfortunately, I couldn't get the motivation to cook. So I spent a lot of money on takeaway for a little while, and that has resulted in me not having a lot of money for my groceries. I used to have a nice little healthy grocery budget, but it's dwindled away with all the takeout I've had. So if I had to choose, I'd say, can they just merge and have the chips from McDonald's and the soft serve from McDonald's, and then have the sauce from McDonald's, except for the barbecue. Okay, I'll go Hungry Jack's, and then say that it's a barbecue cheeseburger that gets me going. Probably a double barbecue cheeseburger. Yeah. And then a good set of onion rings with a Fanta. That's how you do it. Or you just get a stunner meal and away you go. Yeah, it sucks when you blow all your money on takeout. I do like cooking. I just had a big session where I just couldn't be asked. Yeah, I don't want to. To be honest, a lot of it was spent on sushi. So, wasn't too corporate, but still expensive, because sushi isn't cheap. Not for when I go there and I eat sushi. So, kettlebells for it. I love them. I've heard so much about these JM presses, and I still haven't started them. So, the pain is the deciding factor if I can keep pressing or not. Oh, nice. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't had pain with pressing. That's a lie. I had pain with pressing when I first started, but I haven't done pressing since. So I don't think it's a pressing matter for me to do JM presses. Alright, let's see if pronation can hold up. Ooh, maybe not. Peck was burning that time, guys. That hurt. We got another one either side. Yeah, so as I was saying at the start of this live, and for those that have joined, reason I didn't go live on Friday like I said I'd be normally, it was raining and pouring here, so unfortunately my back deck was not built by the greatest um, builder. I think it was a home reno job, and they have decided to put the panels going lengthways instead of just straight out, and they've done a join right above where my table is, so anytime that I come out here when it's raining, there is a nice drip factory going on, and it's basically all down this center line where I would need to stand. And as much as I love doing content, which isn't all that much, I don't want to get dripped on for an hour whilst I'm chatting with you guys, so you get me tonight. Alright, let's see how we're going. Alright, 8 seconds and I'll do another rep. Here we go, guys. Let's see how long we can go for. 3, 2, 1, and boom. What was that? 20 seconds. Yeah. That hurts. Alright. What do we do next? I don't know. Any suggestions? Anyone got some suggestions for what I should do next? Any exercises you want to see me do? So I've just done pronation and cup, so yeah. Any suggestions? Boop-a-doop-boop-boop. Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything interesting happening in the arm wrestling world that I may not be aware of? Any matches coming up? Other than, I think, is East vs West next weekend? That is one that is not in my repertoire. Nathan B, sorry mate. That one can get pushed to the side, pun intended, and stay outside of my my training. For now, I don't have a desire to do that. I did do my form of side pressure training in the lead up to Arm Wars, but I did not enjoy it all that much. But still did it to gain that centered table strength I was talking about a little bit earlier. I'm in my 3rd year and I was not able to press at all until I started JM Press. I don't really know if they make you stronger, they just take the pain away somehow. Nice. You want to see Riser? Alright, Riser it is. Alright, fine. We'll do Riser. Stista! Boom. Let's yeah, we're gonna do Riser. Yeah, we'll chuck the strap together, and I'll just use the strap as my Riser belt tonight. My normal one is in the wash. Easiest way to make the arm wrestling strap stay still, tie a knot after it goes through. Not that you should have to, because these are Lion straps. They are the top-notch, top-quality straps on the market. But regardless, they are. I just don't want to be on, YouTube fails and smack myself in the face. So now, bear with me. I need to take some weight off. I'm not 35 kilo rising tonight, so I'll take some weight off. go with 15 kilos. That sounds about right. Still feels a little bit warm, but you know. Well, there you have it. Smack bang in the face. That can be added to YouTube fails. That hurt. I believe what happened there. My chain has slipped. 1 second. Bam. That could have been much worse. My, ow. Nearly got a busted lip from that too. What happened there, guys? My chain, where it links onto, looks like the clip has been on its side, and then when I've just started to do that, it's basically gone and gone lengthways and gone an extra 2 inches, which has got me fair and square in the lip. So here we are. Really appreciating the likes, everyone. Can't thank you enough. I know YouTube believes in them, so yeah. It's not the likes that make the video, guys. It's me. So just like me. And then that is saucy. I'd like to get a couple more up, so I'm just going to grab the little plate off that one. There we go. There should be an easier weight there. Taking off 2.5 kilos. All of 2.5 kilos may make a difference. That actually really hurt my lip, guys. So, you know, entertainment. Just after I said I don't want to be on YouTube first. Well, there we go. Anything interesting? Hit me up. What's been going on? Any big matches you want to talk about? When I pulled Dallas, yeah, that match was awesome. I loved it. Interesting thing with that is I went in being 1 behind him, so he was 2 against me and I was 1 against him, and then we left and he ended up with 4 wins against me and I left with 5. So I feel like a winner on 2 fronts, because 5 wins to 4, yeah, not a bad history. If he wants to see it as 1-on-1, that's also fine. Because in reality, the first time we faced off, you know, it was basically a best out of 3. And he got 2 of them, and then I got 4 out of 2. So, 4 out of 6. So he got 2. I can do math. What are the matches at East versus West that are interesting? I do not know a single one of them. So, yeah, what's going on? Who's matching up with who? What's going on? Got 10 people in here, guys. Someone give me a comment to talk about. Alright, Josh Barker called me out, local guy from Australia. No one else is bringing up comments. What do you think the result's going to be? It's inside pulling only. So me versus Josh Barker, inside pulling only. He's coming up to me. What's the result? I'm going to say it's going to be a best of 5, and it's inside arm wrestling only. So, as you all know, I'm so powerful inside. Dallas Langston, eat your heart out. You got great power. Are my comments just not coming through? Oh, guys, I've been lied to. I've been lied to. My YouTube comments weren't going down anymore. I was like, why is no one talking to me? Alright, we got heaps of comments here. Sorry, I should actually stop and read these now. I've got like 15 comments to read through. Michael Todd says you should train it not moving the wrist, but just keeping it static. But Devon does the opposite, so I'm curious. I myself prefer both. So I will train static on the table, and so usually I wouldn't do it like this. I'd just do it off the floor or something of the sort if I was doing movement, and then on the table I would lower my pulley, which I cannot do at the moment because of how I've got it set up, and I would do straight back static. So I kind of agree with both of them. I think they both have their worth, because you want to be able to regain your riser and work on gaining that height in a match when someone might have taken it from you in a jump start or something like that. And I can see where Michael Todd's coming from, because he wants to maintain that at all times and keep it going. So and keep that static riser going. So probably both play into their own arm wrestling strengths. Yeah, no, Fox, you couldn't write that. I definitely whacked my lip straight away. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Very unlucky. I think I know the one that you're talking about. I'd say it's just for pronation, dude. Yeah, if it's a cone with just one pronated strap, I'd probably just end up pronating it. What's your diet look like? My diet looks absolutely atrocious. I don't like to eat bread or pasta all that much. I just feel gluggy and crap. But I love my rice. So a lot of my meals I'll chuck rice in and potato instead of pasta or bread. So yeah, when I'm cooking up big meals, I much prefer to have anything with rice rather than thing. And then things like yeah, I'd say that I am more of an intermediate faster than anything, so I'll eat a big dinner and afternoon tea, but I very rarely have a decent meal early in the morning or during the day. Just don't give myself time to do that quite often, because I'm a sparky. I just, I'm an apprentice electrician. I jump in, I try and get the jobs done, and then unless we're stopping literally for food somewhere, I don't take the time to do that 90% of the time. So, and my boss is the same, so we don't really help each other out much. Do you always train at night, or do you train 2 times a day? I do predominantly train at night. Very rarely I'll train in like the afternoon or something like that. It's Australia. We're just coming out of summer, so it's hot. And now it's going into winter, and I'm a big sook, so it's very cold. Can't really win, but I do my best. So, yeah. I'm doing the riser with slight pronation. Kind of. So I'll chuck it over my knuckle, over both. Just creates an instability. And then when I'm going up, if you go like that, my wrist will look like it's going a little bit back and then up. So I'm more doing wrist flexion than anything. Just the way that I've done it for a couple of years now. How did you develop your low hand top roll? Years and years of development, dude. I looked at the way that some of the top guys were top rolling at the time. So I looked at Taras Ivakin. I looked at I was watching Evgeny Prudnik when he started top rolling as well. Although he goes knuckles up, he does like a lot of pronation, so I really like that. And then I also took a leaf from John's book, but I couldn't really apply it at the time because I didn't have a great cup. So I think that's more coming now, where I do try and control people with my cup as I go down and pronate. I'd say my top roll is aiming to be more like Devon's and John's now than anything. I don't go for an explosive big out. I go for a control of the other person and take their wrist style, not explosive, and just try and whack it straight down. Did you develop it yourself? Did someone teach you, or were you influenced by watching another armistice? It used to be very different as well. On that note, I injured myself when I went over to, just after I went over to the United States and Canada. I came back and I did a local state comp, and when I jumped in I injured myself and I couldn't rise or pronate properly, so I ended up hooking for a good 6 months. And then when I came back, I used the techniques that I learnt and the style that Devon showed me when I stayed with him for a week to try and mould something new that I thought was going to be better, and I just started developing the strengths that way. When you're weak, guys, or when you don't have great form, it's always good to basically start from scratch and then teach yourself how to do things the right way the first time, rather than go back to the bad path and trying to be brute strength and stuff like that, and not really honing in that technique. Yes, you are, Fox. You are pulling Uncle John after Ironhouse 2. Mate, I do not know if I'm going to be at Arm Wars. Hey, if this YouTube channel takes off and I can start taking super chats and I start getting some money, I might be, but the way it's going, guys, probably not. The Arm Wars trip for me is a long one. It's a minimum 27 hour flight from Brisbane to Manchester, so yeah, it's not a short one. And I looked up flights for the times, and it was just shy of $2,500 just for the flights. That including taking a week off work and things like that. That really impacts me and obviously my family too. So I've got to take all those things into consideration, as well as my work life. I can't keep taking a week and a half, 2 weeks off just for arm wrestling. I need to have family time and family holidays as well. So yeah, I'll try my best, but the way it's going, probably not. Nathan B, you retracted your message. I don't know what that was. Tell you more about Dallas and how it felt. Felt amazing to win, but Dallas is strong. Like, he feels 15, maybe more % stronger than me, and I was just lucky that in round 2 he felt so confident that he let me stay in the center of the table and get set. Quite often, guys down in Australia will know that if I get set into a good position, it's very rare that I will lose. Even if that is in a hook, I will lock myself up into a very, very tight position, and I will put a lot of force behind it to stay there. So I was just lucky enough that Dallas decided that he felt good and ready to stay there. And then when he went to go, I felt like I had everything that I needed to stop him, and that's why I slowly progressed into moving forward and beating him. So, and from there, it just felt like I had what I'd been training for my whole arm wrestling career, which is, endurance. I had that in spades, and until my elbow felt like it was, pretty much done in that last round, where I was like, where do you want to go? Let's just get this done. I'll go wherever you want. I'll try and hook again. I'll do whatever. I don't care. I think it was like, I don't care. I knew he still wanted to hook because that's where he's probably going to win anyway. But if you take note in that last round, I actually have his hand. So he dives on that press, and I've got his hand, and then I supinate in and drive up to actually go into that hook with him. So, hey, I was still feeling really good at that point, and I loved that match. So I was feeling confident that I could probably do something. Once I got into that hook, and he did that long lat drive that he does, my elbow just couldn't handle it, and sure enough, he got that last pin on me, and I was more than happy for him. Like, he'd put his heart and soul into fighting me every way that he could. Like, there was nothing he didn't try. So, yeah, no, props to him. Are you aiming for a rematch against Bogdan? If so, what's your path to victory in that match and training? I'm not aiming for him anytime soon. I'll take my hat off to him. He felt like he was the piece of the puzzle that I'm missing. Like, he can I don't know how to put it. He can fire into the gaps that I have, and they're big gaps that I can't fill fast. So I'll aim to do the best that I can to fill them as fast as I can, and I always have been. But hats off to him. He was just the stronger man at the time, and yeah. I don't have a short-term goal of getting a rematch with him. That's going to be something that I'll look to do in a couple of years. So, yeah. Before he becomes an old man. Yeah, of course, I don't want him saying, "Oh, I'm a Masters now." But yeah, why inside only? He got no chance otherwise. Or what? Yeah, no, absolutely. Inside only. Why inside only? Sorry, dude, I don't know what that was in reference to when I was like, was that, I can't remember what that was about. Sorry, Steve Star. If you want to give me a reference to what that comment was, I'm trying to get through these, but I keep talking and you guys keep getting more. Aussie arm wrestler, ready, bang! Hope you're doing well, Jake. I do always cry. That is how I arm wrestle, and yeah, just gotta live with it, Jake. Just gonna have to commentate me crying. That's all you're gonna do, alright? Just get a montage of me crying, and then say, and this, ladies and gentlemen, represents a strong man within arm wrestling. Strong man, willing to show how vulnerable he is when he loses. Yeah, I love you too, Jake. Top form, Jake. Repping like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, all the best, Jake. Like, anyone that isn't already subscribed, I'm sure you all are, because I've got like 13 people here. Aussie Arm Wrestler. Go like, subscribe, and follow the man. He is doing awesome stuff. J presses are decent for stretching your tendon, but if you're outside puller, I feel they're less needed. It's for the tricep pain, inner elbow pain. Honestly, I believe in being well-rounded on the table and being able to arm wrestle wherever I want, whenever I need to. So I want to make sure that when I do decide to go inside, that I don't have that pain in there. So yeah. I try to be proficient in all aspects, it's a grind for sure. Absolutely, form is always key. Form is always key. When am I next competing? Well, the lovely, if the lovely Josh Barker would get back to me about when he wants to apparently have a match with me, as he called me out earlier. That's inside only. You heard it here first, Aussie Arm Wrestler. Then it might be sooner than I expected. Let's chit chat more muscle pack. Thanks, Summer. I will get back to it. Just as soon as I get through these comments. Bogdan is very special puller, unique to in too many ways. He is. He definitely is. He just competed at the Europeans as well. Unfortunately, he didn't get where he wanted to. He had 2 wins, 2 losses on each arm. But all the best to him. Josh Barker match. Josh Barker. Yep. I never gave up reach around Spider Monkey. Ultra exciting. Yeah, mate. I'm getting that a lot these days, thanks to Jake. Dems love him. I've been riding suitcase when he comes home. Was yeah, I don't think I'll fit. Last time I checked, oversized luggage costs a fortune these days, just because of the way that you have to pay for so much. So, all right, I think I'm caught up on comments other than the one who pronates. What do you think of Josh Barker? I think Josh Barker has a lot of potential in arm wrestling. He just needs to remember what I told him a long time ago, which is make sure that you can also go outside and that you keep your shoulder healthy, because he's been throwing in on that shoulder and pressing so much and hooking very, very exposed that, and with bigger guys I might add, that it's put a lot of pressure on his shoulder, and he felt the full brunt of it last time I heard. So hopefully he heals up and he gets better. But I think he's got great potential to do better than a lot of people think. I think he needs to cement his space in the 80 kilo class, not the 70s, mainly because I think that is part of his issue with his shoulder. I think he's dropping himself down too far and not having enough snot mass, because clearly the guy is definitely jacked, but he doesn't have that motion, that that inertia behind what he's trying to do with that 70 kilo frame and versus 90, 100 kilo guys. That's pretty selfish. You're going to feel that shoulder, Matt. Yeah, I am going to feel that shoulder. I'm going to feel it be turned outside of where he wants to be and end up against the pin pad. I want to see Ethan versus Josh rematch. That's good. Star might happen in the future. Who knows? Looked up spider monkeys. They're just monkeys. If anyone else was worried. When Jordan was a kid, his mom was so happy. She didn't need ladders to clean the gutters because she had a reacher. That is very true. I cleaned the gutters from the time I was like 10. So, they threw me up on the roof because I weighed all of like 40 kilos. Literally like threw me up. No, I actually climbed up the water tank and then climbed onto the roof from that. And then I'd just walk along and clean out the gutters quite easily. In my job as an electrical apprentice, my boss is very grateful to have me because I just go around and like test smoke alarms by lifting up my arm and poking them on the ceilings. Quite easy to do. Shovel hands do help. For the attention of a spider monkey. Summer. Yes, I do. You guys happy? Look, more reps with the reacher. Sorry, less chin wagging. I'm doing more reps with my chin. Ah, no. There we go. Keep them likes coming in, guys. I'm loving it. How would you go against Oz? Oz and I have a great history. So when was it? It was 2018. I took the win off him on left, and just recently, last year, he took the win on me on left in the under 95s category. So Oz is a powerhouse, and he shouldn't be underrated. I don't know why he wasn't competing at over the top. I would have loved to see him throw it down in that under hundreds class, because I think it would have been absolutely lit, especially that right arm of his. Hey, 3 feet still too close, all right, Fox. That piano just, yeah. I have issues when I go past that 4.5 feet mark too, because I can't read the notes on the page anymore. And I'm like, geez, wish there was some way to get it closer. And then like I put it on a stand in between my arms, and then I can't go across the whole keyboard. It's just a terrible time. Piano was never for me. On the stack right now, I have 12.5. Summer Pemberton retracting her messages. Bam, 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 bam. Uh-oh. I don't know if you've heard it, but I've had the rain started about 15 minutes ago, and the leaks just come in, just leaked on my head. Oh. Bam. Here we go. We got something. Is this Reps with the Reacher or Chats with the Reacher? It is currently Chats with the Reacher, Summer. Thanks for asking. Ready, bang. Jordan Davis, Arm Wars Ironhouse legend. Thanks a lot, Luca. Really appreciate it. Was on Hollywood Matt Connolly's chat yesterday. Was trying to get him to say ice. That's mean, Fox. Yeah, I'm on to you too. I love how everyone that jumps in the chat Fox already knows them. Like, does Fox not know anyone? Like, is there anyone that Fox doesn't know? Fox, you're just an animal. You're everywhere. Yeah. He said there was a prize to catch him out. Yeah, it nearly got me. I somewhat read before I talk. Not often, so I was very lucky. The chat ran away. Did you get to pull with Mario at OTT? Yes, I did. For like 2 seconds. No. Mario doesn't last long, so you know he's one and done. So he was pretty beaten up. I didn't want to hurt him anymore, so held hand, and then that was about it. No, my wife Summer actually got a really good shot of me giving Mario some tips before he went into the finals. Probably my favourite photo from the whole event so far. I might put that up on my channel later if I figure out how to do that. Considering there's a creek like at the end of my street, so it's like 5 houses down, which isn't all that far, quite high, mainly from mosquitoes, and then next in line is snakes, and then after that it's my dog. No, he's asleep, so he's not walking around at the moment. He's kind of just overhearing my voice, wants me to shut up. If Fox was as dedicated as he is to his school as he is to arm wrestling, he would have been a Dr. Charles by now. Yep. That's a good thing Mario is single. Yeah. So Summer is my wife, and I think she's coming out to bite me now. So. Yeah, I have been bitten by at least one mosquito. Hence my little dance that I did probably like 5 minutes ago. Who was my arm wrestling idol? Kind of has to be Devon. He's the one that made me want to take arm wrestling really seriously. So I was about a year in when I met Devon, and I had my first super match, second super match really, and he was the referee at it, and he said well done, etc., etc., and it's Devon, he's going to say that to everyone, right? And then when he came up to Brisbane for the seminar after that event where he refereed me, I trained with him, and I was absolute cactus at that point. If you go back, there's a video of me arm wrestling him in my progression video that's on my YouTube channel. He, afterwards he's like, oh, nice, if you stick with it, things are possible. You're the same height as me. You got really good reach. You just need to learn how to use them and get stronger at it. And I was like, oh, okay, why not? So, I just put my head down and tried to get as good as I could. So, I love Engin because he was very weak when he started. Could not even beat his own mother. Goes to show dedication matters more than anything. Absolutely. Engin is a phenomenal arm wrestler, and I think he embodies that path that a lot of guys find is possible. Like, they don't have the best genetics in the world, but with that dedication and training, they can become really great. So, and there's heaps of us out there on that path. I didn't put him on the after table after Arnold. I actually, when he came up for another seminar, I think that was his third seminar by that point, he came up to Brisbane, and basically, he gripped up with one guy before me, I believe, something like that, after doing the seminar, and then he was just gripping up with everyone, that started, gripped up with one guy, and then he saw me standing there, and he's like, oh, come on. I was just standing in the background trying to give everyone else a chance, but, he called me over, I was like, alright, and then, I just wanted to give it to him, and show him what I actually had, because I hadn't had the opportunity to do that for a couple of years since I'd seen him last, so probably 2 years since I'd seen him before that. I was really happy to see where I'd progressed, because when I saw him, I couldn't do much. I was cutting to like the 75 kilo class at that point for WAL. Bad times. And yeah, I was just, you know, I developed a lot in between when he saw me last, and then I think that's why he was quite surprised. That's why he, you know, he wasn't prepared for what I did to him. But at the same time, it's Devon. He arm wrestles everyone, and I'd really love to feel Devon in a fresher state when he hasn't done a seminar, when he's just done his normal training, you know, in a week and something like that, and you know he can grip up with me and say, you know, wow, you know, you're here, you know, it's good to feel. This year I really hope Ryan makes it over, and Evan too. Love to meet them dudes. Yeah. Hopefully a lot more people can start traveling a lot more regularly. Love, laugh, live and learn. But arm wrestle first. Make that a shirt. I'm sure people are going to buy it. Alright, last set guys. I've been going for nearly an hour and a quarter, so I'm going to go and have a good night. I really appreciate everyone joining me for the chat, but just last thing, could I get whoever is watching, if you haven't liked, could you hit that like button? YouTube is going to be our new friend here, and I really appreciate everyone joining in and you know, commenting with me. So we'll try and keep this a regular thing, reps with the Reacher. So if you want to keep watching and chatting with me, make sure you subscribe, and you'll get those notifications and all that jazz of arm wrestling. Also guys, coming out very soon, big announcement. I will be joining a podcast and doing it regularly with Table IQ. So if you haven't joined Table IQ, or if you don't know who they are, go take a look at their stuff. They've got a website. I'm going to be jumping on with Peter, and we will be doing some awesome stuff there, and hopefully allowing a lot of other guys to progress their knowledge on what I see and what Peter sees as good arm wrestling technique and understanding of arm wrestling as we see it. So something a little bit different to what I do on here, but I hope you'll love it all the same. Alright, appreciate it everyone. Hope you have a great night. I'm going to find out how to end this live chat again. I always forget how to do it, guys. I know it's here somewhere. I'm going to eventually... I know there's a button. There's a button somewhere. This is going to be like John Brezank doing it for like the first 15 videos that he did. I know it's here somewhere. Mute microphone, that is not a good option. Reverse camera, I do not want to do that. Last time it just said leave live. Slide screen down. That did not work. Thank you though. We will find something. Is it slide to the side? Slide to the side. Nope. Slide down. No, that just gives me all my notifications. We'll get there. Alright. Have a great night, everyone. I'm just going to press that button, and we'll go from there. See ya.